Hello, my name is Michael, and our group has chose the topic between cell division and cancer. A brief overview about our topic is that we'll be going over cell division, for instance, what is cell division and what are the functions of cell division. We'll be going over about cancer, such as what is cancer, how is cancer caused, and what does cancer do. How do how do they both relate in terms of health related issues and how they both go hand in hand? And we'll be concluding with a brief summarization and we'll be talking about why this topic is significant.
About cell division. What is it? Cell division is the creation of new cells to replace old or damaged cells, as well as serving as a mechanism of growth in living organisms. The first part of this process is interphase. In interphase, there is the G1 phase, where the cell grows and gains nutrients, and then the DNA decondenses. And then in the S phase, the DNA is actually replicated. And then G2, they make the final preparations for division. In mitosis, which is the next phase where cell division actually begins, there's a prophase where the nuclear envelope is broken down. The DNA condenses and attaches to meiotic spindles. Metaphase is where the alignment via the meiotic spindles aligns those DNAs that are condensed into the center. Anaphase is where the DNA is like split into two sister chromatids and are moved to the poles. Telophase is where the nuclear envelope reforms as these begin to split to the poles. And cytokinesis is basically the final physical division where they move to the poles and the nuclear envelope surrounds them. And now we will discuss the checkpoints that are in this process. So the checkpoints are just to ensure this process goes smoothly. So the G1 to S phase is where it checks for the size of the cell. So if it's not small, it will stop, or if it does not meet the required nutrients. And then the G2 checkpoint, which is before mitosis, the size is checked again, nutrients is checked, and as well as the replication of the DNA. If it is damaged or incomplete, it is paused. In mitosis, there's a final check to make sure that the chromosomes are attached to the spindle. And if they're not, there's a pause. So the implications of this is that if the checkpoints go uncontrolled, it can lead to disastrous outcomes, such as cancer, which will be explained later.
Hi, my name is Jose Herrera, and I will be talking about cancer. So, what it is a disease in which some of the body cells start growing uncontrollably and spread to other parts of the body, and it outcompetes normal cells. As you can see in the example in the bottom right corner, the cells start growing and spreading, and it forms a lump. That lump is called a tumor. There are over 200 types of cancer. Two examples are lung cancer and sarcoma, which is a cancer that develops in the bones and on soft tissues. Some of the effects of having lung cancer are shortness of breath, having a cough, having pain in the chest or rib area, and whole body fatigue. So, the effects of having sarcoma are having lumps that can be felt through the skin, having bone pain, and having broken bones that happen unexpectedly.
How cancer connects with cell division. Cancer starts with significant changes in our genes, messing with how cells grow and reproduce. These gene changes act as the trigger for cancerous cells to start developing. The link between cancer and cell division lies in these genetic shifts. Normally, cells follow a strict process for growth and reproduction, but cancer throws things off track for the process. Cancer cells, influenced by gene changes, don't act as they're supposed to. Instead, they reproduce uncontrollably, repeating the same flawed patterns. Cancer comes from problems within cells, especially in the genes controlling cell growth. Understanding this connection is crucial for uh, developing cancer research.
In summary, understanding how cells divide and how it relates to cancer is really important for keeping people healthy. When we know more about how our cells work, we can make better choices to prevent getting sick, especially from cancer. This knowledge also helps scientists and doctors come up with better ways to treat cancer. By understanding who might be more likely to get sick, we can create a plan to check for a problem early on and find ways to stop them. If we don't pay attention to how cells work and if there is a problem like cancer, it can get really serious and even life threatening. So, by learning about cell division and cancer, we're not only getting a good understanding of how a body works, but also finding ways to stay healthy and live longer. Your lives with less chance of getting sick from cancer.